What's up, y'all? What's up? Or like I usually like to say, y'all, I got a video for y'all today. So I'm sitting here in the boutique and I'm just like, I think there are some entrepreneurs, some boutique owners, e-commerce people, whatever type of business you got, like there are some people who are really going through some things in their business right now and things just aren't working, or you feel like they aren't working. So I want to come and I just want to give y'all some encouragement. You know, I was like, I didn't plan on recording a video today, but I'm just going to do this thing. I'm not going to edit it because it's going to be for who it needs it to be. If you have stumbled across my video, what's up? I'm Jessica Renee. Welcome. This is Just Be Branded. And if you are a follower, I appreciate you and thank you so much for coming back. So y'all new people, go ahead and follow me so y'all can come on back. But I want to talk about something today that's like so very sensitive, really sensitive. And I think it will help a lot of people get through their valley when it comes to their business. So I opened my boutique a year ago. Well, the storefront has been open a year and I started online April the 30th. When I turned 40, that was my gift to myself, like to do something else. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But I'm coming off of making $106,000, you know, within not even that first year. From April to December, I grossed $106,000, and I came into this year hopeful, looking well, and then something happened. I almost lost my business. Yes, guys, I literally almost lost my business, and I'm going to tell you how. So how I got there. So I have my iPad because I want to make sure that I get all these points in and that I don't make this a long drawn out video. All right, so what made me successful, like in that first part? Well, there is a video that I posted that talks about, you know, how I had 100K a year. Also talks about how I made over 12K within my first month. But there are a few things that I did, and I want to show you these things. So I have my little sticky notes and I'm going to show you that I did. Number one, the first thing that I did was I planned, right? Let me put that up so you guys can see that. I planned. I took about 3 months before I even opened up my business, and I literally like researched. I got a mentor / coach. I got into a coaching group. Like I was trying to learn as much as I could about this industry before I got in it. Because mind you, y'all, I've done this before and I had to close. And I was like, there is no way in world that this is going to happen again. So got my business plan together, understood what my model, my customer, all of those good things. The second thing that I did was I prepared. Yes, I prepared. So based off of all the things that I did to plan, I prepared those things, right? So that was the action part. Because it's one thing to like get your iPad out, get your pencil or your notebook or your journal, whatever it is that you write about, and you're just writing all your plans, your inspirations, your visions, and all of that stuff. But then you turn around and you put no action to it. So based off of the things that I planned, I went and I prepared. I took action according to the things that I wanted to see happen within my business. The third thing is positioning. Now, the most important thing about positioning is that if you aren't planning or if you aren't preparing, you can't get to a position state, right? So when the customers come or when somebody comes who wants to help you financially with your business, you haven't even done the things that you need to do in order to literally like get that business up and rolling and going, and to receive the blessings and receive the overflow that you're about to get. Like I'm trying to tell you, sis, I'm trying to tell you, bruh, I'm trying to tell you, cousin, get prepared. Like be prepared. Okay. So those are the 3 things that I did, which helped me to get to this $106,000 last year. Now, of course, there's a whole lot that goes into that, but we're not trying to make a 7-hour video. I got a coaching program for that. Now, this is the part I know y'all want to see here, right? So what did I stop doing? Where did I go wrong? How did I almost lose my business? It was one word. Let me write that word down for y'all. One word. And I'm going to write it real big. I'm still writing. I hope I spelled it right because I'm really not a great speller. Hope y'all can see that. Comfortable. I got freaking comfortable in my business. And so it was just like, oh shoot, the business going good. You know, my followers have grown. I literally went from my personal branding page. I don't have a personal page. Personal branding page. I went from like 4,000 followers to like 37,000 or something like that. My boutique page went from 0 followers to I think like 5,000 or something like that. Like everything was going good. Like the clientele was there. Well, I say clientele, I mean customers, y'all. I'm still coming from the hair industry. Everything was there, but what I didn't realize is I got comfortable and I thought that these things were just going to automatically come. Like, okay, so I put in some work. I prepared, right? And I got myself positioned. So success was really coming. Things were happening. And then I allowed myself to be comfortable in what I had built. And I did not plant seeds, plan, or prepare so I could be ready. Hold on, just dropping papers for my next position. What happened was the momentum that I had, that I worked for, was running out. And because I had not done the same thing to get the same result, I almost lost my business. And when I say almost lost it, I mean like almost lost it mentally, right? Because I just know, first of all, I'm in a 3-year lease and I'm not trying to go to battle or go to war with anybody about, you know, girl, you closed prematurely, you still owe us money, all of those good things. But my mind really was shutting down. My mind was like, you can't do this. My mind was telling me that, you know, we needed to take a hit, that we needed to close the door. My mind was telling me that I've let myself go too far. My mind was telling me, like, I told you, you shouldn't have done this. Like, you got all excited about the previous success. You can't duplicate that. You can't make that happen again. And so I went into like a state of depression, like for real. Like I went to a place where I just was like hard on myself. When I say hard on myself, like, man, like, I think I was worse to myself than anybody else could be to me. Like, every bad thing I could say about myself, I said it. And it wasn't fair to myself. Like, my inner me became my enemy and literally almost destroyed me. But the beautiful thing about it all is I understood how to make it, right? So I was like, if I made it the first time, if I've done this before, I was able to do this with my product line. I was able to do this with my flat irons. I was able to do this with my shears. I was able to do this with my salon. I was able to do it behind the chair. And I did it last year. As a boutique owner, why couldn't I do it again? And the one thing that I had to do was I had to get myself up out of the pity party that I was sitting in. It was just like, girl, get up. You are no longer going to feel sorry for yourself. You're going to go back to the things that you knew and that you know, and you're going to get things done. And so it's almost like I had to regroup. I had to reprogram myself. I had to reboost myself, re-energize myself, and then go back to the beginning. So now that I'm here, I was like, what is the next step? What do I need to do? I had to create a new plan. Well, this new plan that birth is like the beauty of something beautiful. I don't know if that makes sense, but something beautiful came out of it. And so even though that this uncomfortable period, this period of being, I call it in the low valley of business, like you're in the depths of it, like everything just seems too much for you. In between that, I'm grateful for that, because it was the one thing that literally pushed me to start my original plan, right? So when I say my original plan, like I partially fulfilled my plan, and there were some things that I was supposed to create and supposed to do that I didn't do because I was just literally like too scared to do it. But I out of I don't even want to call it desperation. Like, there was no other choice. Like, this was my do or die moment. Like, if you don't do this, you're going to have to close the doors. Like, it's going to crash. It's going to be over. And so I literally resorted back to the second part of my plan that I didn't even put together before. That I didn't even do. So I started the brand of Branded, like the brand. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. And I started to brand our pieces, decide on which pieces fit the mold for Branded, and actually become a brand. Like, that's why we're named Branded anyway. I'll do another video about that. But that's why we're named Branded. And so my vision is to have for Branded to be a household name, for it actually to be a brand. And so I had some stuff here, right, that was already ready. I already had designs. I already knew what I wanted to do, because after I planned, y'all, I had already prepared for that, but I didn't get into position because I was too scared. And so I was at this moment like, I got to get some cash in here, right? I got to drum up some business. I have to pivot, like pivot within my business. So that's what I did. I took the items, I got them done, got our brand, our logo put on them, all of those things, and it went like wildfire. Like, I think I only have like 2 left here, and it's probably because I just stopped pushing it. But 2 left here, and then I went into, I love empowerment, right? Like, I love to empower women. I want people to feel good about themselves. And so I used to do t-shirts, right? I quit that prematurely because I didn't know what I was doing when I started it, but I thought that was failure. No, that was a lack of education. So I brought it back again, and I started creating things that meant things. So I call it like fashion that inspires, fashion that speaks. And so I'm going to show you guys, the lighting's probably going to get a little wonky. I'm gonna take y'all with me, and I'm going to show you what I created. And so I did a post on Instagram, and I said that I forgot, it was something like, what did that post say? It was something like oh, God didn't create you to pour into everyone's cup. So be okay with not being everyone's cup of tea, because God didn't create you to be able to pour into everyone's cup. Now sip on that tea. And it went like freaking wildfire. Like, it went crazy. And I was just like, people are really feeling the meaning behind I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Like, they're feeling that, because it wasn't, I took it from it just being a saying to I put some emotion behind it. I put some experience behind it. So now when you see it, you can think of something that you went through that you was like, yeah, nah, I ain't everybody's cup of tea. So we made these shirts right here, getting a good look for you guys. We made those shirts, those sweatshirts, and I'm waiting for, I think, my 6th, I lost count, my 6th or 7th reorder of that shirt to come in. Now, y'all, God is so good, because I went from almost thinking that I had to shut my business down to actually being pushed into an area of my vision that God wanted me to be in. And had it not been for that period, I don't think I would have been there. But I just wanted to tell you all, like, your story may not be my story, right? But don't get so comfortable in your business that you forget about all of the things that are necessary in order to keep the business going. It's almost like dating. What you do to keep him, what you do to get him, sis, that's the same thing that you got to do to keep him. And so think of your business as your him. What you do to get it is the same thing that you got to do to keep it. We cannot ever get to a point that we think that we are so grand, that we are so great, that we can just sit back, chillax, and relax. We always got to be thinking forward. We always have to be thinking 1, 2, 5, 10 years in advance if we really want to stay relevant. All right, y'all. So to sum this whole video up, or this vlog, or I'm going to call this the studio confessional, right? Confessions of an Entrepreneur. To wrap this up, oh, that's going to be a good series. Man, this is Confessions of an Entrepreneur Part 1. But to wrap this all up, you know, plan, prepare, and position. Know where you want to go, and you have to start planning now for your year 5. You have to start planning now for your year 10. We got to stop planning for the 1 day, 2 day, and think that that's going to carry us through. That's what I did. That's what operating in complacency and being comfortable will get you, right? We're building sustainable, profitable, and businesses that have longevity. That's the name of the game. The business is here to create wealth, not to support our ego. And so when we understand that, we attack our business differently. We do business differently. We approach business differently. All right. So let me know your comments. Tell me what you think about this video, if it inspired you, if you have some extra tips that you want to give, and let me know what other videos that you might want me to do for you guys or help you out business wise. All right. And the last thing I'm going to ask you guys, well, 3 things maybe. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share this video. And don't forget to go and buy the merch. Like, I need y'all to be branded out here in these streets. All the links are down below. It'll get you everywhere you need to go. And you know how you can contact me, follow me, all of that good stuff. But I love y'all, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Peace.